Hey, what's going on, guys? I am waiting for my co-host Paul, but he should be on any minute. And today, all I want to talk about is what the foundation event is, how it's going to help business owners, and how to build the foundation of your business so you don't wind up taking the wrong type of financing, not hitting your goals, and building a business that is just a source of stress, right? Because that's what happens. No one teaches us how to build a business, and when we pay an ignorance tax for the things that we don't know. And one of the main things that most business owners don't know is that their business actually has credit, and building your business credit allows you to separate your business and your personal credit, allows you to get trade lines from vendors. It allows you to not just get trade lines from vendors, but now that you have net 30 terms or net 60 terms, it helps you cash flow your jobs better. And by the way, having a strong business credit score will actually allow you to bid on larger municipality works. It will also allow you to bid on larger government contracts, right? They want business credit because they want to see if you're actually an established business. So we have Paul here. Paul, I was just going over the benefits of building business credit, like building your personal credit, being able to bid on larger municipality works, larger government contracts, getting your suppliers and vendors. That'll help you cash flow the jobs. What else does business credit do for, our clients?
Yeah, there's a lot of like smaller applications that sometimes people sleep on. Like I spoke with a videographer that I was working with that used his business credit to get into some store accounts and build up credit limits with Amazon, Dell, Newegg, Tiger Direct, and he literally sources all of his equipment through those without having to put that stuff on credit cards. And he's got those limits between those built up to about $65,000 that he can pull. So he's able to buy camera equipment, computers, all that kind of stuff that he needs for his company just off of those store credit accounts. And we built those up over about 6 to 8 months.
Oh, wow. Okay, nice. And let me ask you something. What type of terms? Are they net 30? Are they net 60? Or are they actually giving them past that?
Yep. So a couple of them, like Newegg, will start you off usually between a net 15 and a net 30. And then as you use them more, they'll actually get to a point where they allow you to have a revolving line if you'd like with them. As long as you're in good standing, you got to get your business credit score up a little bit. Amazon is pay as you go. So it's kind of one of those things where it's either going to get you onto a credit card that they have, or you're just going to pay it right out of your bank account. But the nice part with Amazon is there's no minimums for it to report. Every expense that you do through your Amazon account reports.
Okay.
So it's going to depend on the suppliers and what they are. But usually you start at a net 15 and you can work your way up either to revolving or net 60.
Nice. Yeah. So that, and then let's talk about what it does in lending, right? So for one of the biggest things to get these quick SBA loans that give you $150,000, whether you're profitable or not, right, is the business credit. And most times, so when someone comes in, we know they need to have a 700 score. We can check that right away. But we can check business credit, but we can't check is their E-Trans score. But we know their E-Trans score is heavily influenced by their business credit. And it's actually a combination of their business and personal credit. And what we're seeing is a lot of people are failing their E-Trans score, even though they have great credit. Okay, which means they have to wait a little bit longer to actually get through the SBA process because we have to build their business credit before we can reapply them, right? So this could actually be costing you money and opportunity cost, right? Same thing for equipment financing. Now, for equipment financing, the standards are usually much higher, like 7 years in business. I think it's like 14 trade lines. But that's where you can do corp only equipment financing, right? So these are all things that are super important to the average business owner that we were never taught. All right. So what we're trying to do is we're throwing a one-day workshop where we're going to build your business credit. We're going to show you how to increase sales. And then I'm going to show you exactly how the banks look at your business in a strategy session and show you how to, based on the goals that you are setting and you providing, how to hit them and when and where you would need to take the financing, what financing you should take, right? So we're going to roll out an entire game plan for your next 6 to 12 months where your business credit is built, you have clarity in your goals, you know how to increase sales, and guess what? You are going to have a bulletproof business where whenever you need any types of financing, you can get it. As long as you follow the instructions that we're giving you, it's going to make you unbeatable. And I'm going to tell you, in this environment, having access to cheap money is going to be a separator between the companies that do really well and the companies that struggle, the companies that thrive or the companies that go out of business. That's how important this is. All right. And I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it because we're seeing certain sectors or industries have their credit guidelines tightened. Okay. We're seeing it. We're seeing those rolling tightening of credit, right? Especially, let's say, roofing. And what this does is if you're not set up properly, these things do impact you. Whereas when you have your business credit established and your cash flow looks good and your business is very, very healthy, you can still get the financing that you need to grow and scale. And another thing, we're going to teach you how to increase your sales. And I'm going to tell you 80% of Integrated's business, okay, is run off of word of mouth. What we are going to do is we are going to teach you how to build raving brand fans here. Okay, it's probably the most valuable skill set that an entrepreneur can have is giving such great service, products, and communication to their clients that they turn into fans. Because when your clients are your biggest supporters and your biggest fans, they get everybody else excited about what you're doing and what you can provide to them. All right. And then you don't really have to worry about marketing again. And you could just think about it from a math equation, right? If every client that you help sends you 2 clients, no matter what, you will double your business, right? And you will double your business in a very short period of time. So how do you create that buzz? There are ways to systemize this, okay? Obviously, your product or program has to be great. Your service has to be great. That's just the cost of doing business, and that's the price of admission. But that doesn't get you into the dance with the prom queen, okay? What gets you into the dance with the prom queen is actually having a systemized way to make your clients love you, all right? We do that through reviews, rewards, retention, and referrals. And that has to be ingrained in the culture of your business and your business itself, okay? Meaning, what I mean by that is you have to have the systems and processes, okay, to deliver that result. And then you have to have the culture of the company and core values of the company where everybody knows that that is our focus. And if you can merge those 2 things, the systems and the culture and core values, to make it so it's all about your client experience, you're going to supercharge your business, right? Paul, what
Yeah,
else?
I totally agree with you. You know, having worked in automotive for most of my life and then working for a national agricultural tire company, the customers in your current database are your most valuable client by far. And if you're not going out of your way to make sure that those people that are already in your database have already done business with you are getting taken care of and you're staying in front of them, you might as well be lighting $100 bills on fire and just throwing them in the trash can at that point.
Yeah.
So that is such a critical component to all of this stuff. It's really just the workshop's really going to be let's nail down the fundamentals because there's so much misinformation out there. I actually just had somebody post on one of my Facebook pages today, but awful information that somebody's going to follow, and then they're going to get down the road. They're going to go try to apply for an SBA loan. They're going to try to apply for a vehicle loan, and they're going to get turned down because they didn't build any business credit because they listened to somebody off of TikTok or Instagram or just some random guy on Facebook that makes it sound good. So this is teaching the very fundamentals of this so that you will have a good business credit score as you grow and develop your business.
Can we expose the TikTok scam for a minute? because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know what was probably posted if it came from TikTok.
Yeah.
So these guys are basically saying that if you just open up your a legal entity, could be an LLC, S corp, whatever it is, just any legal entity, business entity, that you can go to a bank and apply for a $50,000 line of credit with no documents and no personal credit. Guys, that doesn't work. Okay, we here we don't give out $50,000 just because you opened a business entity and formed, some legal holdings. It's not how that works. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So these guys will promote this. They probably sell something. What do they sell it for, Paul? What do you?
Some of them I'm seeing, I'm sure it's just like a cheap entry, $99, $97. And then when you get in, I almost am willing to bet it's some form of a bait and switch into something else.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, when it looks too easy and too good to be true, it usually is. All right. The only program I've seen that isn't is that SBA, the 150 from the SBA. They're still handing those out like candy, as long as you have your business credit built. So,
yep.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to post the link. Our first one, September 21st. It's in Tampa. They're always going to be in Tampa. We'll have another one in October. We don't know that weekend yet. But if you can't make September, still make sure you're in line for October because there's not going to be a lot of seats. All right. We're selling this at half of what it would normally cost just to build the business credit. We have 3 great entrepreneurs and speakers that are actually going to be working with you one-on-one. And this is not a rah-rah event. There's only going to be 10, 15 people at max. All right. So make sure you get there. We're going to really, really change the game, change the way you look at your business. And we're going to show you how you can run the business and not the business run you. All right. Paul, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And guys, if you guys haven't caught on, Paul is going to be the one that's building everyone's business credit. Okay. No one does it better. So you guys are getting a steal just off that. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you next week. And I can't wait for you guys to come down to the foundation workshop.
See everybody there.